Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planets. I am your host, Michael Karvelis, and this is Daily Dive. It is Tuesday, March the 3rd, 2026, and this show begins now. We are live streaming via the airwaves of North American Talk Radio on YouTube. We ask that you subscribe to the channel before you head out for other great shows, live sports, and notifications for this great show. On today's episode, we're going to first talk to Spencer Conley about the Rochester Knighthawks getting back on track, among other things, with Rochester. And we'll also talk to him about some coaches whose temperature might be a little bit turned up. At least that's what their job seat is looking like right now. Then in the second segment, we'll go full on coaches temp, coach seat temp. Cannot wait to get to that. What is the gauge at? And for those Canadians, we're going to do Fahrenheit today. And finally, stay tuned for fresh fits for the best dressed players and broadcasters in the NLL in week number 14. Before we get started, we want to let you know this show is presented by the merchandise found at natalkradio.us/NLL. Yes, there is merchandise there from the NLL, including unboxed player name shirts, including Connor Fields and more, and some hoodies, among other great things. Check it out, natalkradio.us/NLL. Without further ado, we're now going to bring on a man who's got to be feeling good finally. It's taken a while, but Spencer Conley, I got to say, man, this weekend felt like for everybody in Rochester, right?
It was a big one. That was a much-needed win against a very talented team, too. So that was a big one.
Correct. Now, obviously, I don't know if you saw yesterday's show, but, there was every excuse in the book for Saskatchewan to lay down.
I did. Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting how that worked. That, they gave Buffalo and you guys absolute hell, and both of you guys found a way to win. It's unfortunate that Buffalo found a way to win, for the record. I know for your sake.
Yeah.
But, how do you describe – I know, we'll do it from your perspective as media and fan first. They hadn't played in forever, for crying out loud. They had come off the loss to Ottawa, which felt like a combination of or compounding of the Vancouver stuff. And then this happens. Did you go from 0 to 100? What's the feeling like that as a fan and media person?
I'd say after the Ottawa game, it was a low tone.
Yeah.
Hazen, you could tell he was very upset. And just the vibes weren't there. And I think having a bye week after Ottawa was massive because
yes,
they needed a break. They needed to, especially after having those 3 straight with a doubleheader against Vancouver, which were 2 very physical games.
Oh.
And then just having a horrible offensive performance against Ottawa, which is very uncharacteristic for this group.
Correct. I know Captain told us yesterday Ottawa doesn't have an identity. I thought Rochester did until that game. I was like, wait a minute, that's not you guys. It's almost like if that one had to happen for this game to happen. That's how a week-to-week league works.
Mm-hmm.
Was it a 1 or 2 weeks off? I feel like it felt like 2 or 3, but it was 1.
It was 1, but again, they've now they don't have any more bye weeks. So I think Hazen talked about it, that this is gonna allow them to get some momentum rolling forward and hopefully do what they did last year and go on like a 7 or 8 game heater to end the year.
I was talking to Pat Gregoire yesterday as well about Rochester's next 5 games. And I know the schedule talk can get boring, but here they are versus Calgary, at Vegas versus Vegas, more like their own separate weeks, at Oshawa, at Halifax. If you go 4-1, that gets you to, 9-6? And that's to me, a good scenario. That you're not sweating against Georgia and Buffalo.
Yeah. Looking at the schedule, obviously you can mark down wins, but anything can happen in this league. That's true. I think they should handle business against Vegas. That should be and it all starts on Sunday with Calgary. You don't need to blow them out, but you have to get a win in that one at
Flex
home.
the way Halifax flexed.
Yeah, just get a win and move on to Vegas.
Yeah, because like you said, the win probably helps momentum here a lot, so that's good. Now I gotta circle back real quick. There's one more thing on the Ottawa and Vancouver stuff. I mean, if Mike Hayes was pissed, I know JT Flood was like just unbelievable, unhinged. I bet.
Ottawa, he wasn't in a great state of mind after the Ottawa game.
He's like, here's the help, here's the hotline if you need one, pal. Oh, yeah. That's great. Have you guys done the first episode of Hawk Talk? I don't think
we have not, but now I'm home this week, so hopefully can get things rolling this week, and then you gotta wait until you get a win to start these. You can't start on a negative note. So
hi, JT. What's up, man? Like, I'm okay, Spencer. Or he starts cussing out. Either way.
Yeah.
I will admit those. If people don't know, obviously you're Knighthawks Network. You're also Hawk Talk. I feel like those post game walks are great. I know. I believe after the Ottawa game was the first one.
Yeah,
he did.
He did. That was electric. And then I did one once I got back to the car on Saturday night after I was done in the arena. So
that's pretty cool. How many? I mean, you've hit a bunch of home games now this year, right? Is it all?
Yeah, I've been to every home game, and then they really after this week they only have 2 left. They have 4 straight road games, but it's gonna be nice because I'll be in Buffalo and Oshawa, so you'll get to see 2 extra games this year, so that'll be nice.
That's amazing. Hopefully Captain can see in the Oshawa game as well. That's kind of cool.
That'd be nice.
I agree. And hopefully you guys, when you guys see a picture, it won't be as bad as in the picture they gave me with him and Jake McDonald of anything less. Oh wow, it would have been swears, a lot of bleeps. Well, it's weird. Like, sometimes Instagram like mutes the bleeps, like mutes the words, and sometimes they don't. I don't understand that. I don't know if you guys are going to do on the podcast. I don't know what the rules for JT Flood, or we're gonna let the floodgates loose. I've been trying to do flood jokes, it's not happening. So right now, this is actually an interesting question for you. And you weren't prepared for Rochester question, but you knew a general Rochester talk. Right now, Connor Fields has 68 points. I feel like there's an argument to be made, though. Has Ryan Lanchbury, after a ho-hum, no goals, 8 assists, and all bunch of primary assists, which I love, is he taking that mantle as... I mean, Ryan Smith has had some moments, like, we love those certified moments, but Lanchbury is really solidifying himself as a staple of this offense along with the rest of them.
I think Ryan Lanchbury is the best passer in the NLL right now. I think he's trailing by 7 assists, but he's got 2 games in hand over Keegan Ball. So I think he's going to take that. And as Hazen said it all year, he's the quarterback of the offense. Everything runs through Lanchbury.
Love it.
I said coming in the year, Fields is probably going to take a step back. Obviously, we had in Zed Williams, who 5 goals on Saturday he was ridiculous. And then everything runs through Lanchbury. Again, you said 8 assists. That's ridiculous.
And it doesn't like I feel like he could score. He just doesn't care.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
I don't think he has over 70 shots this year. He has a very good shooting percentage when he does shoot, but he just doesn't do it enough. That's crazy. Yeah, you're right.
24.6 on just 61 shots. 61. Like literally, of all the guys in the top 10, he's got the least shots. Like, so that's really amazing that he can do that. That's all top 10 of assists, I mean. So I'm looking at these assists right now down the line. He's got 47. Every person above him, the 4 guys above him, have got 12 games, like you said, under their belt, which doesn't make sense. And of those primary assists, he has got currently tied for second most with Teat. Again, Dane and Teat have had more games played.
Yeah.
What a year for Ryan Lanchbury, man. Let's talk about Zed Williams again. Like you touched on him a moment ago. I'll give him as my first star of the weekend yesterday. I haven't posted the graphic because I'm lazy. But Zed Williams, those were 5 of the most important goals I've seen in one game in my life. You're down 3-0. Zed's got you. You're down 1 goal 3 different times. He's got you again, ties the game. Finally, in the end, he scores the last goal of regulation for you guys, which, I mean, there's still a ton of time left, but like,
yeah.
Everything was juice, baby. Like, how does that feel? Is he officially a part of the offense? Because I feel like, we were kind of figuring out what he does. This guy's locked in now.
Yeah, I asked him about that post game and then he said he came back so early from that Achilles injury that he knew he was not going to be 100%, but it was important for him to start the season with the Seneca Nation. And he said after the Ottawa game, he's starting to get his legs under him again.
Wow.
And I mean, we saw that on Saturday with the 5-goal performance. And those weren't like just normal goals. He was dunking from behind, doing diving shots, and just finding the back of the net, which is what they need.
Now, I got to do an honest question here, and I wish JT Flood was on the air too. I think one day we're going to do the co thing, just for the record. We're going to do all three of us. I got to ask you because everybody knows how much I love Rylan Hartley. I've defended that guy, and once again, I mean, if I'm going to do it to Halifax, I got to do it to Rochester. And Halifax is like Warren Hill's been the guy this year for the most part. Ron Hartley, I don't know if it's I feel like he needs consistency of all the goals in the NLL. He might need it the most, but it's frustrating me because how is it sustainable to you, or do you think like for them to be musical chair goalies, or do you think he needs to be A1 all the time in the playoffs?
In the playoffs, he's got to be in there all the time. But for right now, Hutchcraft, those two are probably the two closest people I've ever seen together in the league. They're always together, sitting together, talking. They're best friends, and they're always there for one another. But I think you need Rylan Hartley in there. And the 3-0 start, I don't think that was on him. I think 2 of the shots are right inside on the crease, and I think the one was a really good shot. I don't remember who scored it, but might have been Mans who got him from outside. But
makes sense.
Yeah, I mean,
the thing with Hartley is that like I'm trying to think off the top of my head of all the goalie tandems in the league. Like, Nathan Whittam comes in for Colorado. It's like, okay, San Diego was not prepared for that guy, even though they probably should have been a little bit. Clearly, we're not prepared for him. I feel like Rochester is the team where it's like, you might get a piece of one guy or the other. And again, like as a Hartley guy, I'm sure Hutchcraft will admit it himself. Hartley's the man. When they're both on it, Hartley's leaps and bounds better.
Yeah.
And so this is just a plea from a Nighthawks observer,
And I will say, in that second half, when Hartley came back out, he was phenomenal. That overtime he was making, he's got to be the most athletic player in the league. The way he does those splits and just jumping everywhere, it's ridiculous.
Hurts me watching it, which is good for him.
Yeah.
Who is a player, and then we'll get to our coaches talk here. Who is our player, Spencer, on Rochester, that I'm not saying to criticize them, but maybe a guy on offense or defense where they're like, man, if he gets going for the last half of the year, it can help us win games and no one's talking about him yet. Like, it can be anybody that you like, you want a little bit, Graydon Hogg, Taylor, just anybody on the team that you want like a little bit more from. You're like, okay, I knew you could do that. You just haven't done it yet. Potential, baby. Like,
I'm gonna say active right now, Kyle Waters. He's a huge body, and sometimes it just takes him a while to get going. And then I'll give you another guy, Ryland Reese. Once he comes back, he's gonna help that defense a ton.
I like that. See, a little scouting over here. This is this is how we do it, man. Like when the draft talk comes around, you'll be right back here telling us what to do. Oh, Matt Gilray says Mr. Flood.
Yeah, Gilray had a goal on Saturday. I think that was only his second of the year. He's had earlier in the year he was battling a lower body injury, and we know you can't mess around with those, especially as a transition guy. He's so fast, so athletic, and you could see the smile from his face all the way up in the box. He was real glad to get that goal on Saturday.
Oh, this is a good point by Flood. Hartley has the highest ceiling in the league, but a lower floor. That's a great point than Hutchcraft. Wow. Because Hutchcraft's going to be steady Eddie Riley Hutchcraft, Like, but Hartley, like, when he's off, is like, get him out of there. So, I get it. Not to, like, I don't want to rank your media pass here. I guess I'm harping on Hartley here. Oh, wait, have you seen the Marvel jerseys?
I have not. I'm supposed to get a picture of them today.
Woo! See? That's what we're talking about. Off the cuff, that's what we like to see. What do you What are you predicting? I mean, are they going to go green? You think? How are you feeling?
I
wish like Batman was a part of Marvel. I ain't gonna lie.
I think they might be red this year. I'm not sure why. I just have a feeling they might be red. I don't know why.
Let's see. Something like Iron Man. Like, what are the red heroes you can think of? Red Hulk. That don't count. They're not gonna do red. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I'd love to see a Hawkeye one, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Why not? Who's making these decisions, Spencer?
Well, the last couple of years, it's been, Pagula and his staff making those jerseys, so you never knew what was going to come out. And I remember the first year they had, like, every character on the jersey. It made no sense at all.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think it's someone from Seneca making it this year, but I'm not 100% sure.
That'd be kind of cool. That'd be cool. We'll get us sticker album and all good stuff from Marvel, and get yourself a jersey if you can get your hands on one. That's cool. Are you prepared for the coach's hot seat? Because we can do it when you're on air here.
I am. I have a whole list ready.
See this guy? This is who you want on your show, folks. You tell him, hey, there we go, insider Mr. Conley and Mr. Flood, obviously. So this is a topic that I think is gonna be fun because what we're gonna do is, and I gave you the caveats of did I say 25 or 30? So the lowest is 25 degrees Fahrenheit. And for those Canadians that don't know, I don't know what it is either, but just go with it, all right? So 25 degrees, like pretty, it's like below 30, but it's not like super cold yet. 70s kind of like, you're feeling okay. 80 and 90 start getting a little bit warm. I don't know like how close your stuff is here. The coaches we're about to do here. And we can do all six right here. Got Matt Sawyer of the Rock, Glenn Clark of the Firewolves, Patrick Merrill of the Seals, Micah Kersey of the T-Birds, Ian Rubel of the Wings, and Josh Sanderson of the the Calgary Roughnecks or the Rednecks. Hey, they got red. Why has no one said that before? Anyways, so we're gonna start off with Matt Sawyer, Toronto Rock. Hey, they had a good year. But what's crap? We lost to Buffalo again. That can't happen.
Yep.
So are we an even 70, or is he kind of turning up the temperature on that stove a little bit, pal?
I'd say I'll give him 65.
Woo! You think he's turning down a little bit because of the performance this year?
Yeah. Well, again, they have 3 rookies, and they're gonna have a number. True. They're gonna have, I think, at least a top 2 pick again this year because they have Calgary's first from the Nick Rose trade last year.
They do not be selfish with that, for the record.
Yeah.
Oh man, so 65. Is that hot to you, or is that like cold to you? And like in Spencer Conley's brain,
I think you're getting low, but you're starting to go up a little bit. Buffalo's just had their number, so I can't really put that against Matt Sawyer for right now.
I like that. I'll admit that 70 degrees is like it's cold average. I sweat in 70-degree weather, so I respect when people do say 65 or 70. So I kind of I put 80, honestly. I think it's not smoking hot like another guy on this list, but it's getting there. If they keep can you win a playoff game? I know the rookies have been over. Technically, they're rookies, but I'm like, come on, guys. Like CJ Kurz, Owen Hiltz, they're not supposed to be bad. Okay, I don't want to. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. I feel like it was like a short learning curve for them, should I say? Not to mention the same English as well. So I go with 80. I'm not going to go scorching hot yet because he has turned it down a little bit. But come on, man. Your team they're not selling out nothing in Hamilton either. That is not happening. I know their tickets are getting more expensive. Like people, if they're winning, you're going to go to the games.
Yeah.
Just a minute. JT says Mike really showing a Southern bias. 65
that is
a little bit warm.
That is true.
65 is a little bit warm. Somebody's a little wet on the humidity and all that stuff too. All right, next up, Glenn Clark. Whoa. Don't get yourself kicked out of Oshawa. It's 2 years from the finals. This is a long time ago. What's the gauge on Glenn Clark?
95.
I love it. Why did you not go 100? Because I guess is 100 your max?
Yeah, 100's max. I'll give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt. I mean, you can't get much worse than what happened on Saturday, though. So
that was brutal. I went 110. I'm so done. Like people don't realize the reason why 2 years ago was so special is because the previous year they sucked.
Yeah, that was a bad team the year before.
It went from 0 to 100 real quick, and then back to 0, kind of like the Nighthawks. They just never got over that hump, like ever. And it has been like back-to-back years of are they good or are they not? Well, the roster looks good. Is it though? There's some tough decisions to be made, and the goalie said, "I'm freaking Dyson Williams to George." Yesterday. I don't cry, dude. Oh man, everything's on the table though. All right, let's go to San Diego now. I'm still keeping my same kind of meter here. I'm not going to say, because we're in San Diego, 90 degrees is fine. No. Patrick Merrill and the Seals. How's he looking this year, man?
I think at this point they are above where I thought they'd be. Oh, wow. After the first couple games, they didn't look good, especially after losing. I think it was 15-7 to Rochester on a Sunday afternoon. I'll give them maybe a 70.
Wow, you are a nice person. I'm gonna like just email JT for this link real quick. I'm kidding. I'm gonna go to 95 for Patrick Merrill. I think Patrick Merrill has has he had higher highs than Glenn Clark? I know Glenn Clark lost in the finals, but I don't think Patrick Merrill's teams have been terrible.
No, have they made the playoffs every year since they came in? I think they may have.
It's close. I'm gonna get to that real quick because that's like, I mean, they've been upset a few times. Yeah, so let's see here. Playoffs. Oh, canceled. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years that they've been eligible for a team to be in the playoffs besides being canceled or whatever. They've made it, so that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's nuts. Good research, by the way. Sean McDermott, I love this. TCB says he'd love to hear Mimico Trike's percentage. How about the temperature, pal? It's the 0 and you hold it down and press the little 0. Good coaching job there. This year just might be time for a change for me. I don't even know if it's been a good coaching job though for Merrill. Like I don't know that. Like they've been okay. Like they blew 2 leads this weekend. I'm not feeling that way. Oh. All right, 3 more here, sir. I've been scorching hot. Micah Kersey of the Halifax Thunderbirds, who play like they're hella fat because they can't get off the floor. No. What you got from Micah Kersey, man?
I'll give him a 90.
Woo!
I know Kurt Steyers does not like to lose, so
I hope not.
Yeah, he's
like Pagula is okay with it, but Steyers might not.
Yeah.
Oh man! Or do you think that we can do the Celsius thing. I'll do the converter. Do you see a scenario where the Thunderbirds even at 4-7? Is it 4-7? Right? Yeah, 4-7. Do you think do they make the playoffs? You think, or have you been done with this team for a little bit now? Like, did the Calgary game move you at all?
No, I don't really think so. I just don't see them at 4-7 climbing their way back up to get in the picture.
Hold on. I'm doing the converter real quick. So I'm at 90 Fahrenheit as well. How on earth is it 32 degrees Celsius? That doesn't make any sense to me. That feels like it's wrong. Is that hot to them? Is 32 degrees smoking hot to the Canadians?
No idea.
You're close enough though, Spencer. You should know their lingo.
I'll have to ask Hazen on Thursday.
Okay. Oh, wow. Mimico Trike says he thinks 90. See, this is why I don't like the percentage thing, man. I don't mind that. You're talking about the Matt Sawyer thing. It's whatever. 32 is summer weather. Yeah, I'm never taking you guys seriously. It's negative 40. Baloney. No, it ain't. I ain't hearing that crap again. All right. Next up, so we won't put 90 Fahrenheit on Michael Kersey. Ian Rubel. Do you think this is dumb? Do you think Ian Rubel is going to survive? You can answer that and give us a temperature for Ian Rubel with the Wings. Is he going to survive wherever they go to, whether it's next door or out yonder?
I think it all depends on ownership. I think coming into the year, Philadelphia had no expectations to begin with. So right
Fair.
now, where they're sitting is kind of where everyone expected them to be. But depending on if they get a buyer and who it is, depending on how hands-on they're going to be right away, I think that'll tell a lot.
See, you're speaking from experience of an ownership that you've seen be hands-on. They're not too bad.
Yeah. No, they're wonderful.
It's a nice change of pace.
Yeah.
What is hot takes. I love these hot takes. That's I wish. Now they're not they may not leave the city, but they might be still called the Philadelphia Wings, but will they be in New Jersey? It's possible. What was your temperature for Ian Ribble?
I'll give him an 80.
For the same, both those. So 26.6 degrees Celsius for those, again, for people that give a crap. This is an American show, by the way. We don't finish second in hockey, okay? We just don't do that. It's not a thing.
Yeah, they're having a night for Tage Thompson at the Sabres game tonight for his gold medal, so that'll be nice to watch.
Yeah, if you like hockey, you live in Buffalo, and if you're from Canada, don't go. How's that? Yeah, so okay, 26 degrees for both of us. I like that. And is that one more? Josh Sanderson. You know, I have a hot take here. He looks like Frick, but go ahead. The Calgary Roughnecks coach, Josh Sanderson. I don't know why he looks like Frick to me. You're trying not to laugh. I respect it.
He's a tough one too because I wasn't high on Calgary to come in the year, but I think they've had a couple of good teams, especially last year. They brought back Curtis Dixon and Dane Doby on that offense. Yeah. And they tried to make a push by trading for Nick Rose, just never worked.
They sucked. Yep, I agree.
I'll say 80 again. I'll give him an 80.
I don't mind that. I went 90. Not just because I said it looked like Frick. That's not why I said that. I'm be honest, I don't think he has control of the team. I know people like Pat Gregor, Michael Karvelis. Oh, he's got control. Does he though? Every time they lose, they go beating somebody up. Like you can't just lose. Like I've seen teams lose in this league, and they don't go attacking people for it. Like there will be close games, and Calgary's got like little slimy players. And like you said, great. I'm glad you went there because that's where I was going to go last year. Mm-hmm. You like their GMs. Oh yeah, let's bring in Nick Rose. Fell flat on their face in the playoffs. It meant nothing, and now your draft pick is smoked like a cigar. Like there is nothing to show for that, and it was on his watch. I might have just talked myself into a 95 or 100, but I'll be nice. I'll go 95. I'm changing this to 95 because I got fired up and now I feel good again. So 95 degrees, which for those people that finish silver in hockey at the Winter Olympics, 35 degrees Celsius. You see how weird that is? Like saying 35, like it's so hot outside. Feels like it's 35. Can you guys count at all? It feels like 95. That sounds miserable. That just makes you want to cry. There you go. That's why it's better. So I'm gonna pray for Hawk Talk to come. Mm-hmm. Have you guys worked on some? You guys are like worked on some segments and stuff, right? How do you think it's gonna go?
Think first part of the episode is gonna be just let your mind roam. Just speak whatever on your mind because, again, this is by the fans for the fans. So the fans are gonna talk, and we want input from the other fans on like players, if changes need to be made within the ownership and organization, and not even just on the field, like off the field stuff too, like season ticket revenue and everything that goes within the team over the next, hopefully 25, 30 years while they're here.
And so when JT Flood starts getting wrinkles in a gray beard, Hawk Talk will be in its prime, correct?
Yes.
Ooh. You know, you can start off, I came up doing like these, these water things. And we're trying to hype up Spencer Conley too, but when you have a person like JT Flood at your disposal, you kind of have to give him the floor there. It's like, JT, I need you to flow to start this whole podcast, And we're going to try to do video every time. Is that the goal?
Yeah.
Cool. Because the green, I don't see the green background now, but we know it's there. So. Appreciate you. Get him a hat. Does he have a Knighthawks Network hat?
He does.
Good. Never take the hat off, JT. You got no hair. I'm sorry, Spencer. Thank you so much. Any parting advertisements or shots you can give them here. We appreciate you as always for coming on. You volunteered, by the way, so I appreciate you as well for that. But anything you want to add before you leave?
I will say before I leave, I'll give a shout out to Eddie Tabone, who works with First Line Sports. Yeah. He does the analytics. He gave me a sheet of the last time teams like fired coaches, and it rarely happens in the league. Buffalo was when JT took over in 2018. Calgary was when Sanderson took over for Malowski, leaving for Vancouver. Colorado was 2014. Georgia hasn't fired anybody, and they haven't won a playoff game since they won the Cup. So
all right, yeah.
I'm just telling the truth. Halifax, they haven't fired anybody. Kersey's been there since day one. Vegas has never fired anybody. Yeah. Oshawa, not since I think that was New England back in 2015, or it might even still been in Philly. I'm not sure.
This still Glenn Clark then?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ottawa, that just happened. That was last year, I believe. Philly, Paul Day stepped down, so he didn't really get fired.
Doesn't count.
He's still with the organization. The Nighthawks was 2011.
Wow.
San Diego hasn't fired anybody. Saskatchewan, Keenan has been there forever. So
a little bit of rope there.
Rope. Toronto was 2017, and then last Vancouver was when Kurt Malowski came over a couple years ago. So it rarely happens in this league.
And that's why the good people win, the bad people lose.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. This guy just wants to get rid of Nick Rose. Everybody's gone in Toronto next year if this guy has it his way. This is the stats on the Vegas Dogs. They are 18-46. Now I could be wrong. I feel like it'd be hard pressed to find someone who actually couldn't pull off an 18-46 record. That includes me and Spencer. If me, Spencer, and JT became triple coaches, we could pull that off. I feel like. I don't know.
It'd be fun to find out.
It'd be easy to find out. Like, 1846. Ooh, we're best in the world here. Puke. All right, great stat there from Eddie. Well, I appreciate that for the research.
This list, we did the list because you had some Nighthawks fans calling for Mike Kasen's head, and it makes absolutely no sense at all. So,
you got to control the kid. Thank you, Spencer, again for your time, and stay awesome, bro.
I will.
He will. You hear that? Good. That's one of the best. Oh my gosh, my video thing's doing it again. Okay, there it is. I don't know why it freezes sometimes. Anyways, we'll be right back with Dilly Dive. He's awesome. I'm Spencer Conley and JT Flood. Hawk Talk coming soon. It's going to be better than Talk Tua, I would assume. But that was a Haley Welch reference. All right, guys. We'll be right back to Dilly Dive. Don't go anywhere. No, you won't.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
still love this comment. Oh, man. All right, welcome back to Daily Dive, the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. I'm your host, Michael Karvelis. It is Tuesday, March the 3rd, 2026. Stay tuned for our Fresh Fits featuring the best dressed broadcasters and players for Week 14 of the National Lacrosse League. We also just talked to Spencer Conley, and JT Flood was well versed in the comments of Knighthawksnetwork. They do a good job over there covering Rochester. You guys know me. I'm supporting the network / media people that do the local teams, and they are very visible on social media. So give them all a follow. Again, Spencer Conley, JT Flood, Nighthawks Network, Hawk Talk, all those things work out. You'll see them on the Rochester Nighthawks posts. Good stuff. All right. I'm going to kind of like redo what me and JT did, but we're going to kind of break it down a little bit more. That's JT, what me and Spencer just did. So we're going to go ahead and get to that now. It's coaches, temp, gauge. I don't know what to call this segment. I think hot seat's too easy. You got like coaches, temperature gauge. You got the seat thermometer. Oh, seat. Oh, there we go. I'm writing it down now. The coaching seat thermometer. Okay, that's what we like. I don't know why it took me thinking that out loud on air in front of 150 or 200 people. I appreciate you, though. Thank you. If you can think of a better name for the segment and you don't have a podcast, because I don't want to take your idea, drop it in the comments of like the NLL coaching seat hot-o-meter. I don't know. So, but we're going with the coaching seat thermometer. It's a little bit weird. Like, hey, can you lift your butt real quick? Now sit down. Well, that's dumb. All right, so I'm not doing the converter again, by the way. Just kind of like, just know that 95 degrees Fahrenheit is 35 Celsius. All right, how's that? With that being said, Matt Sawyer of the Toronto Rock is at an 80. Now, as you heard earlier, Matt Sawyer and one other coach have the lowest on my list. That does not mean I think he still needs to keep his job, because I told you guys 70 would be the average. So 80 as the coaching job you've done this season still sucks. Like, it is not good. So that's why I'm kind of like, it's a low one compared to the other 5 or the other 4, but it's like, come on, man. Like, you guys, Buffalo was not supposed to go 2-0. I told people that it might happen, but you were standing in their way. Let Saskatchewan lose, but Toronto, you're supposed to take the next step. They have rookies. I don't care. Like, oh, poor guy has to coach CJ Kirsten Owen Hiltz. Oh, his job must be a nightmare. And I know Mark Matthews does not help their team. Oh, wow. And Troy Holochuk's been so terrible. The defensive roster is trash. Like, what are we doing here? Like, how are Toronto Rock fans the only people that see what we see? It's weird. By we, I mean like haters. I'm kidding. Next up, we're gonna do Glenn Clark. It's sad. I think Glenn Clark's my highest. I'm 110. I will say what I said in the last segment, man. We have to, like, I'm gonna start mailing mirrors to people. Like, dude, like right now at this point, people in Oshawa might be hoping you pull up all day. And I know Oshawa's been very accommodating to Daily Dive, and that includes Captain. But you got to call a spade, man. And you guys didn't just fall to 2-10, which, by the way, sucks. You fell in 2-10 in heart-stabbing fashion. That was a person going up to you saying, I'm stabbing right here, and you not doing anything about it. It was awful. And Doug Jameson, I don't know how he became pedestrian, but in the last few games, the last handful of games, that hot start has gone completely downhill. I'm looking at save. It was 79.3. It was at like way over 80, man. Like, he's been not good. They've beaten Toronto and Halifax, man. Like, this, it is ugly. It is absolutely gross. I'm going to go back to like the Albany days, not the Attack. Of course, he goes to the Attack first. The Albany Firewolves, Like 2022, 23, 24, 25. Combined record 30 and 42 in the regular season. So they went 9-9. Okay. They made the playoffs, lost the Buffalo Bandits. 2023, they were 3-15. 2024, 11-7, made the finals. 2025, 7-11. 2026, they're currently 2-10. Their best chance right now is to finish 8-10, and that's not happening. Nor will it get you in the playoffs at this point. Because by the time the things fall, it will take an act of God. Like you thought what Rochester did was lightning in a bottle. If Oshawa pulled this off, it would be even crazier. Like lightning would be like, man, that's rare. Like it's insane what they're doing right now, but that's how bad they've gotten. Patrick Merrill, San Diego Seals. I don't know how many veterans and great scorers you need, pal. I just don't. And Patrick Merrill's engaged with the show before. I don't care, man. I'm not here to be friends with people. I'm here to analyze these things. And if I feel like the Seals have been pretty stacked up on the roster side and pretty well accommodated for thanks to Joe Tsai, I can't just act like this is okay. Oh, he's having a good year. I mean, is he though? Like, they've been underwhelming to say the least. And that to me is once again a testament to possibly his coaching. Oh, the players had to perform. That's such a cope, though. Like, one of these days, these teams will have to pull in Ottawa and do it quickly. I don't think we should have the NFL coaching carousel. I think that's weird. But if we're going to do the week-to-week thing, league thing, which again I love for attention and just discussion, you got to start hearing the fans out, man. Toronto Rock fans have been begging Matt Sawyer to leave the team. Like Patrick Merrill, the Seals, make the playoffs every year and win one game or less. Like that's what they do. And this year the offense has been awful. Like it's just, I don't know, man. It's just sad. Next up, let's get to Micah Kersey of the Halifax Thunderbirds. And again, no one wants to admit from like Halifax, oh, it's fine. No, it's not. It's not fine. It's not okay. He was Josh Sanderson before Josh Sanderson was Josh Sanderson. Micah Kersey, for whatever reason, I know he tried to make them clean up penalties. Well, it didn't work, man. It just didn't work. And so I'm at a 90 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a 35 degrees Celsius. And I think that's grounds for firing. Like my little meter, my little coaching seat thermometer, lift up, Micah Kersey sits down. My entire thermometer is melted. It's ashes, bro. Get it? Ashes because you're whatever. Come on, man. Like how many times do you have to have a good roster? Does your team have to make a mental mistake? And do you have to fall short? How many times do you have to wait too long to pull the goalie? I mentioned that Rochester, teams probably prepare for a Hutchcraft or Hartley. And for Halifax, it's been Warren Hill or Drew Hutchison. But like at some point, figure it out. And again, it's not just the goalies. It is the mental, just unforgivable mistakes in big moments. And it's sad that it took a kick in the teeth this year, 4-7, to figure that out. Oh, now we can say it. No! We've been able to say this. Halifax has got 3 sellouts at home this year. And I believe in their fans, but you don't think that'll go down a little? Look at Buffalo, man. Buffalo had 2,000 people missing in their barn this weekend. And that was a finals rematch when no one in Buffalo played that night. You can't use the excuse, oh, the Sabres in a game. It didn't happen. The Bills are in the offseason. Early again, might I add. There's no excuse, man. Sure, if you're Halifax, again, you're seeing Buffalo fans trying to get a little bit of fair weather. Your fans will do the same. I'm not saying it'll happen yet. And again, shout out to those fans. But don't think if this keeps happening over and over again, oh yeah, Michael Kersey's fine. It's just the player's going to be smarter, right? If your message is not getting through, it does not make you a bad coach. It means something is needed. And it might be your job. That's how it is, man. And if we ever make more money, or the league ever makes more money than it does now, like a bunch more, we're going to look back at this time and say, boy, that was a stupid time in the NLL, wasn't it? That guy could have put a hotel in the arena and never left. What's loitering, right? Like, that's what these guys are doing, man. And again, it's not saying they're not good coaches, but why not trade a coach at this point? Come on, trade deadline. A Kersey for Glenn Clark. Who says no? Like, do something. Like, kick yourselves both in the butt here. I started that take, by the way. Michael Kersey for Glenn Clark straight up. Let's do it. Well, I lied. I feel like Halifax would have give a second or third rounder. I don't know. I just heard that Glenn Clark supposedly is a good candle across, whatever it is. I don't know the history. I'm not Canadian. Shoot me. I know it's terrible. Oh, he doesn't know the history of the game. No, you're kidding, right? But I feel like Glenn Clark's more decorated. That could also be the wrong comment there. Whatever. Give him like a Michael Kersey in the third, gets to Glenn Clark. I don't know. That's dumb. Ian Rubel is the other guy who, like Matt Sawyer, is not scorching hot. I mean, they pull the temperature out from under his butt, oh, that's not fun to touch. Not because it was under your butt, because it's a little bit hot, This is a really fun. It is definitely going to be the coach's seat thermometer. That is what this is from now on. But no, again, if you are the Wings, the reason I gave him lower than I did, the Wings suck. Well, everyone knows that. But they also have the most American roster in the league, which I was told we suck at box lacrosse, so I'll take that. I know Michael Sowers and Brandon O'Neill are really good players, but it's not like they have the best players in the world. But for some reason, Nick Damoud continues to be impressive. I'm not saying he's not a good goalie, but we've seen good goalies on bad teams kind of okay, who cares? Who cares right now? But Nick Damoud's having a better season than Doug Jamieson right now. And Brandon O'Neill is taking off. And they do have guys stepping up on that team. They have beaten some contenders. So again, the Philadelphia Wings this year, so far, their wins are versus Colorado, at Buffalo, and at Georgia. Not saying all of those teams will be, but there's a good chance three of those three teams are in the top four. I'm just saying. So their wins have been nice. But their lows are low, and they look uncompetitive and soft. But Ian Rubel, for what he's been given, I guess it's not terrible. Well, I feel like they can still do better. I don't know. I feel like uncompetitive in some games is not acceptable, but an 80 is kind of it's hot for me. It's getting up there. And finally, Josh Sanderson, who again, I don't know. He's the next Michael Kersey, just a guy who just lets things happen. Yeah, boy, good job, good fight. What do you mean good fight? You're down by 10 goals, you idiot. What are we doing here? Oh, yeah, great fight. We got to show up for your teammates. Bro, you should have showed up for your teammates 3 quarters ago. How's that? Lacrosse, what's the word here? People who have been box lacrosse fans longer than me, especially in Canada, just think that's normal. That's normal, It's normal when you lose by 10 goals instead of, how do we get better? Hey, punch that guy. This is the only sport we do that. And I feel like that's lazy coaching. It's lazy. When the Las Vegas Desert Dogs are down by 3 to Vancouver and Reed Bellering makes an empty net goal, yeah, stick check him 50 times. What? Can you imagine if an NBA player, an NFL player, or a baseball player hit a home run or scored a touchdown or on a big play, and they're like, hey, screw you. What? Stop me. I know there's been a play where Giannis dunks the ball late. Guys, that's not selfish. If you're millions in, That is you're part of the problem. Because maybe that's why you're not getting over the hump, because you're not putting in the effort. I don't know. But sometimes professional sports, there might be great athletes. Sometimes some guys just might give more than other great athletes. Like, great athlete, this guy's giving 110%, this guy's giving 90%. Like, I don't know. Figure it out. But I don't think the Josh Sanderson and Micah Kersey mindset of, hey, punch that guy in the face is like, that's not good coaching, man. And again, Josh Sanderson is a good coach. I know they're all legendary players. Again, I don't care. Like, frankly, in the NBA, there are so many guys who are former players. And if you stink as a coach, so be it. And again, I don't even know if Sanderson or Kersey stink as coaches. I actually think that a Kersey, again, I'm more so the mindset because I don't like the way he's handled the goalie situation when Warren Hill's obviously been beaten to death. But Sanderson, again, has seemed like he's got a hot temper. I'm like, I don't think that's the way to coach people. Like, when you're showing visibly how terrible, how frustrated you are, your team is not focused on the right things if that's what they see. Like, he or she be frustrated at you, not because that call sucked or that team scored late. Oh, well, stop it, bro. How's that for you? Tell them guys to stop it next time, and then we'll talk. So, it is what it is. We hold no punches here until he dies. It's weird that I just said what I said about Josh Anderson and Michael Karvelis. But again, like, at some point, these coaches have to be held accountable. And I don't mind the coaches' traits. I don't mind them going to other teams, but we have to figure out if you're the reason we're losing. Or if you're not the reason, you're one of the biggest reasons. How's that? Maybe Glenn Clark in Halifax and Micah Kersey in Oshawa sparks those teams a new fire they never had before because it's a new guy who doesn't like what he sees. Not saying these guys like to lose, but it gets a little bit comfortable to sit back in Halifax. You know, it's like Kurt Steiner's paying me. I'm feeling pretty good. I don't care, bro. I feel a lot of shots at Micah Kersey there, but it's just, he's been my poster child for this stuff. Him and Matt Sawyer have been like what have you done for him? The thing about Matt Sawyer is, I've never thought that guy looks like he cared. I'm not saying he doesn't care, but I've always thought the Toronto Rock, when they're getting upset again, Matt Sawyer looks like a lost puppy, quite frankly. And I know I'm being an armchair psychologist. Well, welcome to a week-to-week league of discussion, my friends. But yeah, you have to have confidence. Like Kurt Malosky, I think, does a great job at it. I know Kurt Malosky can be a jerk, but he's also a very accommodating. Like him and Pat Coy or Renee Cuomo can look like they can be jerks. But apparently players like them because they also show respect. But when you look like Matt Sawyer, you seem like a player's coach. When you like a Kersey or Sanderson, you seem like the complete jerk in the locker room. Yeah, they kind of bounce. They don't balance well. So I don't know. I also don't think there's a formula for good coaching in sports. But there is an ingredient in place where firing coaches does have to happen sometimes in order for things to start cooking. So there's that. So way too much time on that segment. That's fine, though. When we come back to this awesome show, we're going to get into fresh fits for Week 14 in the NLL. Best dressed players and broadcasters. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening. You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Welcome back to Daily Dive. This has been the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. I am your host, Michael Karvelis, on this Tuesday, March the 3rd, 2026. It's about 10:58 p.m. here on the East Coast. So, reminder, if you want to go to a game in your area, or you're visiting a place, or you want to go to any event for that matter, hit us up at natalkradio.com and click the event tickets tab. You'll be taken straight to the Vivid Seats platform, but using that link lets the Vivid Seats people know that we sent you there, and so we get a little bit of credit there to help keep this awesome show going. And have no fear, because if you feel kind of nude at the game, like, I don't feel very like I fit in with this Oshawa Firewolves crowd, get your merchandise at natalkradio.us/NLL. Funny thing, though, I've heard like Canadians somehow cannot access the Amazon site just yet. Thankfully, you guys are the ones that are closest to the barns. I know for Debo's Dies, who won our giveaway yesterday, I might have to ship the unboxed shirt that he won to my house in Georgia and then back up to where he is. That's interesting. But, you know, those two places help us out a little bit. And just go to natalkradio.com in general. Like, that'll also, there's different links to click, like an Amazon link in general. It's not just limited to the United States, but we have a cute little NLL hyperlink, but, you know, you can do whatever. Now it's time to get into our fresh fits. Best dressed players and broadcasters. Again, thanks to Spencer Conley for coming on the show earlier. And thank you guys for listening to my coaches' rants and my coaching seat thermometer segments. That's going to be a fun clip. All right. Let's get into it. First off, we've got the Toronto Rock. Hey, welcome back to the posting your fresh fits. I'm actually impressed with that. This is a good idea. So this was a video, but unlike other teams who post dumb videos about their walk-ins, Toronto Rock did like a time they walked in. So this is Brad Cree. Somewhere back there is Josh Jubenville, but I caught enough of Brad Cree to see the nice red suit, and I like the team gear on top as well. I think that's Toronto Rock gear. Yeah, take my word for it for sure. Next up, Warren Jeffrey of the Colorado Mammoth. You know, this is like seems more like an ugly sweater thing. This tie looks like an old man is gonna be wearing a tie like this in Chick-fil-A. You're gonna say, "Hey man, that's a nice tie." This thing I got about 50 years ago. That's what that tie looks like, but I'm not hating. So Warren Jeffrey, shout out to you. I don't even think he's thinking about that. Like, he just loves a tie in my closet. I'm just gonna wear it. I respect the classics there, sir. If it's a new tie, I strongly consider choosing a different company. But I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt here, Mr. Jeffrey. This guy you can't see, but you see him enough. Adam Charlton Beatties. Nice just pinstripe. This was the first of the Vancouver wins this weekend. Reminder for those of you that are new to the show here, fresh fits. I choose these based on what the social media teams post. I give love to the players and the teams. And if a team has a doubleheader in one weekend, they get a chance for 2 nominees in one weekend. The most nominees at the end are then voted on by the fans. And so far, Joe Terrence and Taylor Jensen have won it. I finally sent Taylor Jensen his merchandise. It's up to Teespring whether or not they send the merchandise or not on time, but that's what we've got. If Cap is, I don't think Captain's on the stream right now, but if he is, have you gotten your merch? Because I'm getting tired of these people. Anyways, really weird rant by me just now. Oh, so I'm not going to lie. There might have been other better dressed players in the Rochester Knighthawks this weekend, but who doesn't love a good team colored tie by one Thomas McConvey? I also don't like when the teams post just the top half. Like this guy could have on yellow pants and purple shoes and pink socks, and I, honest to God, would not know it. But I trust you, Thomas McConvey, to have not done that. So there you go. Deacon not. And the reason I got this whole photo is, fit. There we go. Fit check. I like when they put the word fit in there because you know the vibes. NLL of Philadelphia Wings, obviously. They only posted once this weekend of the fits, that is. And there is Deacon Knott right there with the nice, oh, there you go. Must I say you, Mr. Sir, not bound the mustache, even though you guys know we like to keep it from the neck down to not get distracted by other great-looking players. I like the look here, though. And there's his username right there, in case you're wondering. Ladies, chill. Wesley Berg, the first of two Seals winners this weekend. The other guy looked really awesome, but this is in Colorado before the Seals blew a lead of 5-0. Wesley Berg came in there looking like he was ready to go to work. And I'm not talking the lacrosse game. I'm talking outside chopping trees. Good looks, though, by Wes Berg. Next up, wow. Listen, when you got it, you got it, I might say. Chris Origlieri. These pants are amazing. Those are incredible ankle knobs, sir. Are those what those called ankle knobs? I don't think so. It sounds weird. I'm going to say it. Uh-oh. Is he getting a little fat? I'm just kidding. And, of course, the nice aviators. So, like, what an ugly man. I'm kidding, obviously. Like, a pot kettle, if I were going to go that route, but no. Riglieri, he's every bit of an athlete, and it shows. But on terms of the fit side, this color coordination sometimes, it wouldn't work on me, but it works on him. Good for him. Next up, Curtis Dixon looks as cool as San Diego. This is the other game the Seals blew, and they played Vancouver. And Curtis Dixon came in there looking like, hey, I'm your granddaddy, and I'm one of the best players in the world. You're welcome. He also looks like Chuck Norris, but that's offensive to Chuck Norris, but if you know that joke, you understand. Next was a man who I'll admit had some great competition once again, but come on, man, Josh Byrne. I don't want to do the Burn Baby Burn thing. We've already done it a million times. This looks like Men in Black if they were brown, like if they were like brown colored suits. So this is awesome. I like the tie is not all the way black. It's kind of like the next step between brown and black, and that to me works out. And even the shades, I don't know if it's because of the reflection, they're about the same color as a suit jacket. So love that stuff from Josh Byrne. He, I believe, is leading it this year for the Buffalo Bandits. I'll have to check that, but tip of the cap, all that good stuff. And finally, is a man who, honestly, was trying a bit too hard. They did some hero nights, I believe, at the Roughnecks game. There's J.C. Solomon, the play-by-play guys. I don't know why I just forget the guy's name over and over and over again. I'm just going to go and see if I can find it on this page real quick. I doubt it. Oh, Grant. So Grant is this guy's name. Does a good job when Calgary is allowed to have their broadcasters. Hey, Larry, I see you, sir, with the faux hawk. I see you. I do like the Star-Lord, but I give the Batman with a red beard is something I did not know I needed in my life, and now you have it. Like, that literally could be the thumbnail of today's YouTube video. Why not? Ryan Ballantyne. And they started the game dressed like that. I don't know how long he was able to wear that thing, but I give Ryan Ballantyne credit. Ryan Batman Ballantyne, you are the broadcaster winner for Fresh Fits this weekend. What a show. Again, appreciate you guys for tuning in, commenting, all that good stuff. Will be clips of more from today's show and yesterday's show all on our Instagram and social media in general at dilly.lax. We've got another good guest coming tomorrow. I will not say who it is until we absolutely confirm that. But I'm very happy. And I hope, okay, this is what I'm talking about. Here is JT Flood this is like 34 minutes ago, saying the hat stays on. And the Nighthawks, that's pretty good. That's good. I respect it. Nighthawks fans are diehard, man. There's not many of them, but when you can find them, they're not terrible. They're not like fair weather fans. How much do they have in attendance this week? 4880. Not too shabby. That's actually a third best this year. First, obviously, was that Buffalo game. They had 49-45 against Vancouver in that game, and then they had 48-80 in this game. So not too bad. I don't mind it. As long as Second Nation built on that, it's pretty good. But I don't give the attendance a little bit of shout out there. All right, folks, we'll see you tomorrow, same time, same place. North American Talk Radio on YouTube. This has been another fun edition of Daily Dive. And we'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.